podcast be about? Okay, it's about us being friends, all right, and we fucking love.
Josh, you're muted, dude. Your audio's off. Hey, welcome to the 2A Brotherhood podcast, everybody. All right, we're giving this another try. We got John Valentine on again. John, introduce yourself.
Hey guys, thanks for having me on the show. My name is John Valentine. I'm a firearms instructor, combatives instructor. I'm a jiu-jitsu black belt and a longtime military veteran, about 2 decades of service, competitive shooter, and founder of the Combative Summit.
All right.
Nice.
So on the last stream, we kind of started it off on how to defend your home, and you were going into certain things you could do in your neighborhood with your neighbors and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, if we're honest about when we're talking about violent encounters, a lot of it is like almost every single one of them is avoidable. And you can always control things from a distance. And a lot of like, I would say that the main skill set that people overlook is social fluency. And I think and I think this is why the training we do is so impactful on folks because the anxiety that we're going to get as far as like doing force on force or getting ready for some training or some hard sparring, like people feel like that having a conversation. And a lot of times like there's almost an insistence to be misunderstood and kind of leads to those things or don't necessarily know how to deal with somebody who's aggressive versus they actually mean to do you harm or anything like that. So um, I think the main skill is that understanding that you trying to control the fight from a distance. You don't want to wait until you're at the point of engagement to start thinking about like, well, how do I defend myself and how do I do these things? So as far as like home defense goes, it's the same concept, same principle. If you can see a problem from further away or make that problem reveal itself from further away, you have more time to solve it. And I think kind of I almost kind of go backwards in terms of home defense. And I would say backwards when compared to the rest of the business when they're thinking about like, okay, you need to clear your house because people are in there, and it's just like, hold on. There's all these other things that happen. Like, how did they break in? How did they get past the alarm system? How did they get past the lights? Like, do I have no friends at all in my neighborhood to where people are just coming in my house and nobody's saying anything? That grab my long gun and go clear the house. Like, so there's a lot of like, I would say that I would say I'm a pragmatist, right? So I try to think about things from a practical perspective. Um, so using cameras that have lights and sound that can kind of let people know they're being watched. And I mentioned it last stream that typically every type of contact always precedes some type of reconnaissance. So people who want to conduct some type of home invasion, a lot of times they're going to check the place out. And if it has like all these things going on, there's lights outside that are motion activated, there's sounds around. I noticed that his close with his neighbors and whatnot. A lot of these things they're going to be deterrent. So it's like you want to. I'm a big fan of deselection theory. I want to be a problem not worth getting into. Yeah, if that's making sense. And so from the home defense perspective, it's really what can you do from the furthest reaches from before they even step on your property. And then when you step on your property, then you want to be thinking about like, do I have some type of security film on my windows? Do I have glass breaker alarms? Do I have what you call the door armor, stuff to that effect? I like even on my doors, I like the old school barricades where you just kind of put a bar on them. Those things they're time tested, tried and true. So I like to use those as well. Um, so yeah, I think the simpler you are, or I should say, just because something is simple doesn't mean that it's easy to do. and I think it's really easy to get lost in novelty in this niche.
Yeah, we looked up that door armor, so it was basically like one big block that went on the side of your house, and then it reinforced your doorknob and your deadbolt and stuff like that. So that was
Yeah,
cool.
yeah,
And the film you're talking about over the windows is that 3M film that
correct. Yep.
yeah, okay. And that keeps the windows from breaking, right? It kind of turns it into like
It
a
keeps them.
windshield.
Well, it kind of it just but it gives you some a little bit of delay. It
Mm,
provides a little bit of obstacle, so the window won't necessarily not break, but it will basically hold together for a while, and it'll take a lot of effort. And
mhm.
hopefully, at this point, you're woken up, you've heard the sounds, and it's giving you time to go grab your home defense gun, whatever that is. And so it's really about giving yourself time to respond, because that's really what all of defense is. All of
Hmm.
defense is buying yourself time, introducing some type of obstacle or blocking, so that way you can go ahead and kind of respond with force.
Would you say a dog is a good thing to have also?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, it
Mm.
depends on what kind of dog, obviously, but yeah, anything that's going to give you some kind of early warning system. The sooner the sooner you can see the problem, the better.
Hmm.
Okay.
Like have a Pomeranian, a Malinois. You know the Pomeranian, they bark at anything, and then
Yeah. Well, you don't want your dog to bark at anything because then you're gonna get desensitized. Like this a hole's barking again. It's
Mhm.
probably the leaves moving outside and someone's trying to kick your door in at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
See, but when the Malinois go out and you hear somebody else screaming, then shit's on, right?
Yeah. No.
What what kind of weapon do you think would be the best for home defense?
Uh, I can't say what's best for everybody. I'll say
Hmm.
what I do, and I'll tell you why I do it. For me, I
Hmm.
use an AR because it's accurate, it's
Hmm.
fast, and also it's not going. It's something that I can grab and my
Hmm.
wife can grab, and she can be as effective as me. So
Mm.
that's really why I go with an AR versus like a shotgun or something like that. Because that way, it's just something whether it's I'm responding or she's responding, it's in the same spot. It's the same platform. We both know how to
Hmm.
use it. We both know it's got a light on it, a dot on it, and it's going to be reliable.
Nice, 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 nice.
Yeah, I've heard shotgun by a lot of people, and when I explain to them that if you have double aught buck in your shotgun and you shoot, it's gonna spread and it's gonna go all over the place.
Nah, to cut through your house like butter.
Yeah, that too. So
Hmm.
yeah, I'm like, you better be really close, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's just like for my wife to shoot a double op buck, it's just not going to be something that she's going to be able to run. I mean, she can't. I mean, she can do it, but
Hmm.
as far as like for her, like the time it takes for her to invest, as far as like getting good at running that platform, I could spend just as much time spending, or an equal amount of time, or less with an AR and get her incredibly competent and capable. And also the magazine capacity, it's
Yeah,
for me, it's a no-brainer.
That
it's
makes
unbeatable.
sense.
Hmm. So
What
one,
do you? I'm sorry. Go ahead, Dimitri.
was it a home defense question, Rob? I was gonna
Yeah,
ask you if
I
you
was
had
going
any.
to ask, what do you think about pistol caliber carbines and everything? Do you think that would be worth it, or just the 5.56, or you know what I mean?
I think, I mean, and it just kind of depends on assessing your situation, like
Hmm.
if that's something you like, or something like if the 223 is too much or 556 is too much, then yeah, I think PCC works great.
Oh, okay.
It's just up to you. It's more about can you run it effectively? Can you
Yeah.
deal with multiple people? That's really what I try to think about. I try to think about things from the most likely situation and most deadly situation.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Most deadly being multiple people coming in at once, just kind of storming the house, and I shotgun can work, but would a rifle work a lot better for me? Yes,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
No.
But yeah, if you got the ammo capacity with a PCC, yeah, run it.
So I was gonna ask you some combatives questions. So let's say someone is just doing jujitsu, right? Oh,
Well, we got farther than the last time.
right.
I see Josh is growing that sweet stash out again.
All right. Let's try this again. God dang it. All right, everybody. Give us a couple of minutes. Try to figure this out. Rambo, we always appreciate you, bro.
Yes, we do.
We,
Sorry I
well,
couldn't
we-
make it the last time. I was a little
Right.
bit under the weather.
Likewise, man.
Yeah.
All right. We're gonna come back live.